coming up on OU Nightly. The first SEC home game is here. We break down all the excitement.
Plus, we've got hot temperatures in store for your first day in the SEC. I'll have that full forecast coming up.
And our cameras were rolling as the line formed for the Lulu OU collab. This is OU Nightly.
Thanks for watching OU Nightly. I'm Darian Curry.
And I'm Olivia Hayes. A new era of Oklahoma football starts tomorrow, which means a lot of people traveled down for the big day. Abigail Franklin is live at the Lloyd Noble Center.
Yeah, a new era of football for sure. A lot of stuff going on here at Lloyd Noble Center. We got a lot of tailgate stuff going on. RVs are set up. I spoke with some of our Sooner fans and even Tennessee fans as they were setting up for the big weekend ahead.
Traveling in style. The SEC just means more, including the RV Life.
We're really excited about OU being in the SEC because there's really SEC second to none when it comes to tailgating.
Tennessee fans love to travel.
We pulled in, we probably got everything set up within an hour because we usually do this at home games too, so we're kind of accustomed to getting all set up.
And Sooner fans are pulling out all the stops for the first SEC home game.
It's totally new, totally exciting to be on the road and follow the Sooners on the road.
With a full season ahead, Sooner fans say they're also looking forward to hitting the road.
We've been doing this since 2002, 2003. Tennessee's this weekend. Sunday we leave for Alabama to go to Auburn. Trying to go to Mississippi.
Now the Sooner Village lot, is sold out. A lot of Tennessee fans have actually been going to the overflow lot, but it's not stopping them from having a good time. By the end of tonight, this lot's going to be full, and that's going to be the official start time of when the party officially begins. Live at Lloyd Noble Center, Abigail Franklin, OU Nightly.
Thanks, Abigail. Now, SEC, it just means more, not only for OU's athletic programs, but for the businesses around campus. Kennedy Patterson is live from the Noun Hotel and tells us about the preparations of one of those businesses. Kennedy?
Now I'm here at the Noun, just steps away from campus. Owners built this hotel last year for weekends like this with SEC football. I caught up with the GM this morning to see how they're preparing for their biggest football weekend yet.
Hello, welcome to the Noun.
The Noun Hotel is no stranger to the lively game day atmosphere here in Norman. But with the recent join into the SEC, the hotel is prepping a little differently this year.
More of everything. More staff, more supplies, more setup. We do game day amenities for all of our guests on arrival. We put gifts in their rooms. We have banners that overhang from the balconies so they're visible from the street. The staff wears game day t-shirts.
With tailgates, live music performances, and pop-up shops, staff at the Noun say they are working to make sure guests have an experience like no other.
The hotel is an extension of the game day experience, and so we have guests from Norman, from Oklahoma City, this weekend from Tennessee, and we really want them to feel like they're a part of the environment.
When asked if they could feel the new OU SEC spirit throughout the hotel, guests responded with
100%. 100%. It is just different. I can't explain it, but it is, and I'm so excited that they joined because I think Oklahoma is perfect for it.
Off this weekend with the pride of Oklahoma's performance in their lobby at 7:15 p.m. tonight. Live in Norman, Kennedy Patterson, OU Nightly.
The campus is crowded with fans ready to see OU's first conference game in the SEC. With increased interest in the program comes an increased price to attend the games. Garrett Tarver joins us live and has more details.
It's no secret that OU fans love their football, but the recent move to the SEC has brought about noticeable changes, one of those being the cost to attend. From game tickets...
For some cheaper games, those tickets I've been seeing have been selling for like $75 when originally they were probably around like I believe $25. So right there, that's like 3 times the profit, I believe.
To parking.
So we're at 30 now, and we'll see how long we stay there.
Were you at 30 last year?
No, we were 25 last year.
And local hotel prices, but that is not stopping fans from flocking to games.
But the market's there. People will do it.
Hotels in Norman, like the Embassy Suites and Courtyard, are priced over $700 per night, with most other local hotels around $400, causing some students to get creative.
One of my friends was telling me that their parents literally bought a mattress to keep in their apartment because they didn't want to pay hotel fees.
College game day is in the air, and so is the heat. But that's not stopping these SEC fans.
Yeah, the heat has nothing on their game day spirit. OU Nightly meteorologist Joel Robinson is here in studio with the first look at your forecast.
Yes, we are definitely hot outside. Let's take a look at those temperatures across the metro. We are definitely seeing some triple digits out there and even some upper 90s. Regardless of where you are, it is definitely a hot one outside. And this heat is here to stay at least through the weekend. But we do have cooler temperatures on the way for the early parts of next week. We also have a chance of rain to talk about. And I'll dig into further into your game day forecast coming up. So don't go away. Back to you, ladies.
And this weekend is a jam-packed weekend of fun, football, and fashion. Lululemon has officially partnered with OU for a university collection. OU Nightly's Sophia Cabrera was at the grand opening this morning. Let's take a look.
This morning, OU's Campus Corner saw a hefty line starting at around 4 a.m. The line filled with students was for a long-awaited university official collaboration with Lululemon. Announced just 2 days ago, students showed up to show out, waiting hours in line.
We waited in line for 4 hours. We've been here since 6 a.m.
7 a.m. I think, so almost 2 hours.
Despite the long wait time, students persevered to get the first grabs at the new merchandise. But why is this such a big deal? The Canadian brand has collaborated with many universities, including Big 12, NCAA Division, and of course the SEC. But never once did it seem like OU was on the table. But now, students speculate that because OU is in its freshman year into the SEC, it comes with more perks such as big-name partnerships with big-name brands.
I think it just comes with the perks of being in the SEC, and then you get the bigger brands with the bigger name.
Yeah, I feel like Lulu kind of planned it that way.
Going to the SEC is all about money.
But while students may think this move was planned for the SEC arrival, OKC Lids manager Thane Canning says that might not be the case.
I don't think it really had anything to do with that. I would say what's going on with us and Lululemon is probably just like icing on the cake for all of that. It's like a perfect storm, if that makes sense.
If you're wondering if this collaboration is here to stay, Canning has the answer.
It's not going to be here today and gone tomorrow.
Reporting for OU Nightly, on Campus Corner, Sophia Cabrera.
Thank you, Sophia. This is just the beginning. The collaboration with Lululemon is expected to continue, but it is unknown if it'll be available online.
And Israel's defense minister releases a new statement about the new phase of war.
This after another airstrike. We'll fill you in on the details up next.
Plus, suspicious packages in 20 states, some with illegal substances. The Lebanese Health Ministry says the death toll from Israel's airstrike has now risen to 14 in southern Beirut. OU Nightly's Emma McAndrews has more details on that situation in the rest of today's national and international headlines from the News Center.
Israel's defense minister says the new phase of the war will continue. According to Israel's military, the strike killed a senior Hezbollah commander and elite force operatives. The defense minister's remarks echoed a similar warning of a new era in Israel's war efforts.
And a Kentucky State Police says a sheriff is facing murder charges after shooting a judge in his chambers on Thursday. The victim in Letcher County District Judge Kevin Mullins. Police say he was shot multiple times and pronounced dead at the scene. Detectives say there's no word on a motive in the shooting, but the sheriff did turn himself in. And the FBI is investigating suspicious packages sent to election officials in more than 20 states this week, including here in Oklahoma. Some of the packages claim to be from a group called the United States Traitor Elimination Army. The FBI said it is working to determine how many packages were sent, who sent them, and why. The package in Oklahoma was sent to the Oklahoma State Election Board. And the Food and Drug Administration has approved the first flu vaccine that doesn't have to be given by a healthcare provider. The nasal spray flu mist can now be prescribed for at-home use. Darian, Olivia.
Thanks, Emma. The OU Roughnecks are ready for the big game tomorrow.
See what they did to a certain statue on the South Oval and why when we return.
Hey folks, I'm OU Nightly meteorologist Joel Robinson here with your latest forecast update. Unfortunately, we do have some issues with the Weather Center cam, but temperatures outside are near 100 degrees, feels like 104 with that humidity out there. If we take a look at the temperatures across the area, we can see that's just the case. 99 for Norman, 97 for Oklahoma City. We do see a couple 100s in there, 102 for Enid and 102 for Lawton. And add in that humidity, it's feeling a little more like 105, 106 down here in Ardmore. Definitely feeling very hot regardless of where you are, and that sun is shining down pretty good outside. Allergy report not looking too great outside. Grass is at high, and so is trees, and weeds are at very high. So do make sure you take some allergy medicine if you're heading outside today or even into this weekend. Futurecast does show that we do have some rain to clean up the air a little bit, and we do have that cold front that will be moving into the area going into Sunday. Early parts of Sunday, our better chance for rain will be Sunday afternoon. You can see that line of rain that should hopefully clean up the air a little bit, as well as give us some cooler temperatures out there. Along with that line of rain does come that severe weather possibility, and it's very isolated at this time. Only a wind threat at this time. We'll keep you updated through the next couple of days. Tonight's forecast, we're looking at temperatures in the middle 70s with mostly clear skies. And going into your game day forecast, to begin things off, tailgate 96 degrees, very hot, 92 by kickoff, and by halftime we'll be cooling to the middle 80s. It'll be very hot and humid, so do make sure you stay cool out there. Your 7-day forecast does show that our first day of fall is looking a little bit wet, but those temperatures are looking wonderful, and we got temperatures in the 70s and 80s out there for the next week.
Joel, I am super excited for fall. It's my favorite season.
Me too, Darian. It's my favorite season, in fact.
Oh yes, for sure, me too, and those temperatures are definitely shaping up to look that way for sure.
Well, thank you so much, Joel. OU plays Tennessee tomorrow, and the Roughnecks are ready. Dog bones will fill already in the seed sower satchel, on the South Oval, leaving Tennessee a fun surprise.
Could these bones be a treat for the college game day dog Ben, or could it be a peace offering to Tennessee's mascot Smokey?
And it's a big weekend in Norman for Sooner fans.
College game day is in town for OU football's first test against an SEC opponent. Hear about a former OU player and a coach's journey back to Norman next in Big Friday Sports.
Welcome back to OU Nightly and welcome to Big Friday Sports. I'm Emily LaBeth.
And I'm Cam Williams. The SEC showdown with Tennessee is tomorrow, and there's a buzz around campus. OU Nightly sports reporter Abby Williams is live from the South Oval with more.
Lots of commotion on the South Oval today, and rightfully so, seeing that ESPN's College Game Day is here on campus, and students are already lining up just waiting to get a spot in that pit tomorrow for OU's first SEC game. Now, the welcome might not exactly be warm, especially seeing that there's a former Sooner on the opposite sideline.
This is the day that realignment becomes reality.
Oklahoma's first test in the SEC is here, and it's only fitting that ESPN College Game Day is in the Sooner State to watch it unfold.
You know, you get to open your SEC era at home, and then Tennessee brings along what they have. This is the one you got. I mean, to put your foot down and say, all right, we know we belong here, would be a monster step.
But the Sooners aren't the only ones with something to prove. On Saturday, Tennessee's head coach Josh Heupel makes his return to Norman, where he once wore the crimson and cream as both coach and quarterback.
And this has to be extraordinarily meaningful to him, not only because of what he accomplished here, but because of the way it ended here. And he wouldn't be human if he didn't want to come back and turn it up a little bit. But every player I talked to Tuesday, and talking to Josh for a pretty long time about it, it was very, very guarded. It's on the team. This is their time. This is about the game. But he admitted that when he steps foot on the grass out there, that there'll probably be some emotions.
Heupel led the Sooners to their 2000 national championship win, but his time with the Sooners was cut short when he was fired from his offensive coordinator position by Bob Stoops. Now, with College Game Day in town, he has Oklahoma's fate in his hands once again.
Josh Heupel's return to Norman is sure to be good, and later in the show, we have his thoughts on facing his alma mater. Reporting from the College Game Day stage in Norman, I'm Abby Williams, OU Nightly.
Thanks, Abby. Tomorrow is the first time OU is a touchdown underdog at home this century. OU Nightly sports reporter Darby McCormick is live. And Darby, how big is this game for not only OU football, but Sooner Nation?
It's the same thing. Like, we break it down every week, defend the standard. So, I mean, everybody going to get our best, and we know we're going to get everybody best. So, it ain't nothing different. We just got to lock in on the details, just get ready to play on Saturday.
We've been doing a pretty good job all year, playing solid defense and forcing turnovers, but I feel like, personally and collectively, we all know we have room to improve and get better. Starting conference play in the new conference is going to be, one of my dreams. I'm sure it's a lot of our dreams on players on the team, but, Tennessee's a good team. We'll have a good matchup on our hands.
A familiar face in Soonerland makes his way back to the Palace tomorrow as he looks to spoil the Sooners' anticipated SEC debut. OU Nightly sports reporter Aiden Tyler has more.
24 seasons ago, the Oklahoma Sooners won the national championship, but they haven't won one since. Tennessee head coach Josh Heupel was the quarterback for that team, and Brent Venables was only an assistant coach on the coaching staff. Heupel would later join Venables on the coaching staff in 2004, and both coaches reflect on the time that they have spent together.
I had this deep appreciation for Josh, certainly first and foremost as a player, to experience my first national championship as a coach. I've always looked back and said, man, we couldn't have done it without Hype. His leadership, what he was able to do from a transformation standpoint to our locker room, the guts and the toughness that he played through that 2000 season. So I've always held him up here on this pedestal when it comes from a player standpoint. No surprise, as a coach's son, the level of success that he has had.
Unique time going there as a player and what we were able to accomplish. Great teammates, great coaches, a lot of friends. So I've always had great admiration for the people inside of that state. For me, I'm not at Tennessee if I wasn't at Oklahoma beforehand.
Heupel has come a long way after being fired from Oklahoma in 2014 to now being on the College Football Hall of Fame ballot. Reporting from SEC Media Days in Dallas, Texas, I'm Aiden Tyler.
Thanks, Aiden. Moving on to high school football, but with a team from my hometown, Moore, Oklahoma, our Andrew West was at last night's matchup between Putnam City and Southmore. And Andrew, I'm a Westmore grad, so how'd the rival of my alma mater do?
Emily, you're just going to have to wait and see. Welcome to Airing It Out with Andrew. We got some 6A Thursday night lights for you as the Putnam City North Panthers head to Moore Stadium to take on the Southmore SaberCats. And the Panthers kicked off the festivities early as running back Milton Alford hit the edge for the 50-yard score. They may be Putnam, but they ain't Putnam. Sorry, that was corny. Back to the game. Very next drive, the Panthers again. This time, quarterback Mason Jones finds the deep slant to bump the Panthers' lead to 13-0. But hey, the Southmore band still has some juice, and so do the SaberCats as Tylen Diggs takes it out of the Wildcat. How about that Southmore O-line? Keep pushing and pushing and pushing and push them. Putnam City North, please hit the weight room. Lucky them, though, receiver Lewis Moreland has tunnel vision and hauls in the knockout blow off the deflection that puts the Panthers over the SaberCats 43-21. Emily, Cam?
Thanks, Andrew. Sounds like good news for Westmore fans. And up next, you'll get a look at the forecast for tomorrow's football game.
And stick around to see the outcome of OU soccer's first SEC game yesterday versus Mississippi State.
Welcome back to OU Nightly. Let's take one last look at your game day forecast. If there's anything I want you guys to take away from this forecast, it's to stay cool and stay hydrated. Tailgates, 96 degrees, kickoff 92, and luckily by halftime we'll have a little bit of relief at 86 degrees. That is only the air temperature. The bowl temperature is going to be a little bit hotter than that, added onto the humidity. So make sure to stay cool, stay hydrated, and stay safe, and Boomer Sooner. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Joel. OU soccer had the school's first SEC conference game ever last night against number 24 Mississippi State. And look here, Patty Gasso was in the house for the coin flip. The Sooners just couldn't rally a single goal. They fall 2-0, but even in their loss, they felt plenty of support from the fans.
Yeah, environment was unbelievable. I mean, really appreciate Sooner Nation. They were awesome, loud, packed house. It was really great atmosphere to play in. I think we put the ball in some good spots. We just didn't get on the end of them. We're just maybe not hungry enough in front of the goal, and they beat us to a lot of balls, and it was hard for us to get any kind of rhythm and attack.
There's a busy weekend all around for Sooner sports. Volleyball travels to Kansas to face UC Santa Barbara in the final non-conference tournament of the year. Both tennis teams take the court, and OU men's golf continues their fall slate in San Antonio.
And check these games out before the primetime OU kickoff. Former OU backup QB General Booty will start against Texas. Missouri is hosting Vanderbilt, and they're looking for their third SEC win in 5 years. And OU's first road opponent, Auburn, is getting a visit from running back Jaquindon Jackson and Arkansas. Jackson is looking for his third straight 100-yard game. And coming up, OU's playing Tennessee. So, Cam, who would you say your MVP is going to be for this week?
I'm going on the defensive side of the ball. Give me defensive tackle Grayson Holton. I think he makes a big impact and stops this run game for Tennessee.
I think Deion Burks is going to step up big. There's a lot of injuries in the wide receiver room, but everyone's kind of looking down on Jackson Arnold. He had a big run game, but I'm hoping the O-line will step up for him in the pocket. But thank you so much, everyone, for watching Big Friday Sports. I'm Emily LeBeth.
And I'm Cam Williams. Have fun at tomorrow's game and have a safe, fun-filled weekend.